Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. It is day one of the challenge to take $250,000 worth of accounts, 550K accounts from Eval the Pro. Now, this morning, just looking at the YM charts, you guys, there's two charts that I like to trade with, NQ and YM. If the NQ is looking a little bit kind of sporadic up and down, I like to go to the YM to kind of slow things down. And you'll notice with the YM, you're going to get these bigger movements of up and down, up and down. Guys, check these signals out though. Sell signal, big decrease. Increase. Oh, we're getting a buy signal. We're in continuation. Guys, I'm looking at entering in on this. I like this as actually a push above so we can go higher. Let's put the trade copier on. We are going to go into this. I'm actually buying the market right now. We are in. I am taking this long, and I'm going to show you guys why I like this as a long in a continuation for a bit higher push. Now, look at this beforehand. When we had our background that was solid green, right? When we had a solid green background and we ended up getting a push down into the profit wave, we then ended up seeing an increase upwards. So that's what I'm looking at here. We're getting that little bit of indecision. Can this fluctuate around? Sure, of course it can fluctuate a bit. But overall, our profit wave is stacked. When this is brighter green on top and more faint on the bottom, it means this trend is really strong. So if the trend is strong, it's almost like opening a faucet full on and it's just like flying out. That's where the trend can go in that direction. Now, can it pull back and stay within the profit wave? Yeah, that's okay though. So anything that's staying within this section, you can actually technically hold it or add to your position. Now, I don't like the idea of adding to a position unless I'm in profit. Too many times when I've actually traded and I've added to a position that's in a losing, it ends up going more in that losing direction, and it's better to just cut it. So I like to have really good principles of saying, you know what, if I end up getting above my entry, let's go ahead and add to the position and go even higher. And if you get stopped out, you get stopped out on here. Now, I don't know if this trade specifically, I don't think it does. I actually forgot to put the order in over here, so I'm going to custom this. Guys, I like to have a stop loss. I like to do 100 up and 100 down. And this is just my way of trading that I've seen so many good things with. It didn't activate it on this one here, so you guys will actually see this without. So I'll just manually do this, either enter or exit on this trade. But I like this as a continuation. Now, something else you can look at with these metrics is you notice when this is green and you have these green dots here, this is just showing that a continuation can go higher. When this is red with red, this is saying you can hold it. So as long as this stays green as well, this is where the momentum push can keep going higher and higher. So that is where I like to be able to hold trades. Now, something I've been doing and something I pledged to you guys too is I'm trying to get better at my own trading of holding things longer. How many times do you get into a trade and you're like, oh, I'm up 10, 15, 100, $200. Oh, great. Now I should just get out of it really quick. We got to get a little bit better at holding trades longer and just letting them go and go. It's honestly what's going to make the biggest difference. Now, for me, what I've noticed is you have to trade with an amount that doesn't emotionally stimulate or affect you when you want to hold trades longer. The higher the time frame, the less contracts you should trade. So if you're looking at trading 550K accounts like I'm doing right now, $250,000 total that we're trying to go for, I like to start off with 5 micros or 1 mini and then add to that afterwards. If you're jumping in with 1, 2, 3, 4 minis, not even micros, you're probably over leveraging the account. And it's just something you want to look out for. So what I want to do is I want to stay here with you guys and see how this trade ends up panning out. And if I end up getting into profit here, I want to see about adding to this position. Now, something else you can do, make this a really good educational video for you guys, even good, bad, and indifferent, everything, is I like to look and actually draw boxes on my chart, which is really nice. So if we were to take this here, and we're seeing our highs and our lows, this is where this overall push that I'm looking at, I'm going to actually add to this position. You know what? I really want to add to this. Let's see if we can get this to close out here. I'm going to go ahead and actually buy market one more time here. There we go. We're going to go in with 2. There we go. There's our brackets that are on there, and I like this as a continuation. So this continuation that I'm seeing here, this is overall where that push happens. So there we go. We are getting that push flowing up now. Stop loss, I'm just going to place right below my candle entry. What I like to do too, guys, is whenever I'm in profit on this, I like to actually have my stop loss moved to break even as soon as possible. So what we can do is, since we now see a big gap here, is I'm just going to move this right here. Now, can this actually come down and stop me out? Sure, it can. But what it can also do too is it can just keep running as well. So overall, you guys can see this exact position that I'm in, overall flowing. We're about 210 right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up another screen here real quick just to make sure. I got to make sure that we can actually close. I want to close everything out here. I'm going to go like this for you guys. I'm going to go here. Let me get this to the side. I'm just going to be opening up Tradovate as well. And I want to just make sure that we can get this position to close out correctly. And if for some reason it doesn't do it on the chart over here, welcome back. Well, welcome. Go ahead and log in here real quick, you guys. Access Sim. You guys need to keep an eye on everything over here. Up 300 right now. There we go. Sometimes I like to have this as a default, and I'll minimize this on my screen, you guys, like this on the left-hand side, just to be like, in case for some reason this trade copier, for some reason, either does or doesn't want to close something on me, I can actually manually do it over here. So actually, let's do a fun little video real quick. If you guys actually want to do this and you want to manage your groups, if you want to link all of your accounts together, go ahead and just create a name. Let's just do like new 250K and then do OK. If you guys actually just take all of your accounts, let me just blow this up real quick. Just move all your accounts over to the right-hand side like this, do OK. And then on Tradovate, what you can do is, as long as you have a blue check mark next to that account, anything you do on this chart is now going to reflect. So I know that if I need to actually close this out last moment, then I can do this. So actually, currently I have $2,000 right now on the day. Wow, this is really good. Let's just let this run a little bit. I'm going to move this stop loss up to right here. This is good. Wow, this is not a bad day to start off with. Okay, let's look left real quick. Let's go to the 3-minute time frame. Can we see resistance anywhere? Yes, we actually can. Resistance right at this level. Ooh, actually right about there. So let's do that. Let's play it up. Let's see if we can pull this trade out and just play it to a level of resistance and call it a day. Let's go back to the 1-minute time frame. Boop. And if we end up getting to this area right at the top, or anywhere close to it, of course, you don't want to try to squeeze out everything, right? Then let's go and just call it a day. So actually, if this was as close as it could have got, let's just move this down a little bit. I'm going to go here. So let's see if we can come and bring this back up to the top. And what I'll do for you guys too is let's actually pull up this other screen too. This is kind of nice to see over here the total P&L on the day. Oh, there we go. Wow. 25, there's $500. 530. This would be a great start. You're telling me this would be amazing. 540. Let's get it closed out. There we go. Done and done. Let's go ahead and close it. We got a couple of runners going. There we go. Running a little bit further. And I'm out. Let's go, baby. That is how we do it. That ended up closing out on every single trade. Let's take a look at the total P&L over here with that trade done live right in front of you. Every single one of the accounts linked up this morning. Bing, 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 bing. $545. That was just this morning. So let's calculate this real quick, guys. Let's go to my handy dandy calculator because I haven't had my Wheaties yet this morning. 545 times 5, $2,725. That was just trading one lot on YM, playing the indecision. Overall profit wave was stacked in a breaking above the box, added to the position as you guys saw, closed it out, $545 per account. I am done for the day. I'm going to go have some fun and just relax, probably go to the gym, hit some of those weights so I can get these BB guns back to where they used to be because the dad bod is just rocking it right now. And you guys take a look. The reason why I wanted to get out of that spot is looking left. Do you remember when we had resistance that was at here? It doesn't mean you can't shoot through resistance, right? But if you get close to it, just get close to it and close it out. Like, don't try to get greedy and get more and more and more. Just let that sucker run until you get to that point. Now, right now, everything's still green. So could you say, should just keep holding the trade? Well, you could keep holding it. But for me, I like to go to that first level of support resistance and get something. $2,700 for the day is way more than I'm ever going to be able to work in an entire day, even working 10 hours. You guys realize that's $270 an hour at a professional job, working 10 hours straight. I don't want to do that. And, you know, if you're still on this video, I want to share something with you. I was in the sauna yesterday at the gym. Won't get into much details. But this guy randomly comes in, and he's like, If you want me to shut up and stop talking, I'll do that. And I was like, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. It was just me in there. And he's like, what's the word of the day? Just randomly. I'm like, word of the day? I'm like, what does that mean? And he's all, what's your word? I was like, I don't know what the word is. So I was thinking, I was like, relaxation, because I'm relaxing right now. Take a look at that, guys. Look at that push up there. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, so what's your word? He's like, no, that's my word because of what you said. It's relaxation. A couple minutes go by, and he then is like, he just out of nowhere, he says, blessed. I was like, what? And he said, blessed. He said, that's my word. I said, why? He said, Justin, it is, I think it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock. He said, we're at a sauna right now at 9 a.m. on a Monday. We are blessed because we are here doing this right now when someone else is doing something they probably don't like. And it hit me. I'm like, holy smokes. This is where trading needs to go, even for myself as well. If you can get in and get out of the markets and be able to capitalize on some good movements and call it a day, we have to call it a day. The over trading, trying to do extra trades at night, trying to do 3, 4, 5 trades, it is not the way to do it. And it's something I'm personally working on as well. But this was a live trade done in front of you guys with the eval accounts all linked. First trade done with everything. And guys, if you haven't looked at the YM yet, I would absolutely look at it because this is just absolutely incredible with these movements on all this. So I hope you guys found a lot of entertainment with this video, a lot of education more than anything. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.